Hi and welcome to Down the Shed. So in this episode we're going to build this tabletop robot which I got earlier today for £3 in one of the local charity shops. It was sealed, so we should have all the parts. There we go, a nice sealed bag. So we have a smart robotic crab which can detect the edges of any platforms and make swift turns to avoid falling off. Turn it on and put it on the table and watch it perform the stunning acrobats, or acrobatics I should think that meant. Good old Chinglish. So, bag of parts, sealed, it's always good. Nice little scalpel blade. So, don't know what that is yet, but we'll keep it handy. So the motor unit, drive unit's already been assembled and is in a sealed package. There is the battery unit. So there's not a lot here, parts wise. A few screws, a couple of little cogs and whatnot in there. I'm guessing these are all the legs. So pretty simple by the look of it. Let's open this up. Bit of a shame they didn't trust us to put all this together, but then I guess it's for ages. Doesn't really suggest the ages on it. So we should have 8 legs, 1 transparent cover, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 legs, a right and a left. So we've got 8 legs, transparent cover, 1 chassis with motor installed, 1 washer screw, 2 screws. So that appears to be correct. 1 battery case, 2 claws, 2 axles, 2 gears, a metal wire antenna and 2 terminal caps. Not sure about that, but all the parts were sealed as we saw. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's put this together and see what we got. Oh, 2.2 pellet gun, air rifle pellet rather. Troubleshooting, well let's hope we don't have to get to that. So let's get all the pieces set out. A transparent cover, chassis with motor, legs times 8, battery case, 2 claws, try and pick up the scalpel, well they're a bit loud, I can hear them through the shed, and they're at least 60 feet away from my bloody closed doors. Claws, right, so we should have 1 washer screw, 2 screws, 1 antenna, terminal caps, 2 axles and 2 gears. So there's the contents. Assembly. So there's a quick butchers at the assembly guide. You're not really going to see a lot from. 1. Put Put the chassis with motor installed on your work surface the same way round as in the diagram. The diagrams aren't brilliant, so I'm guessing that'll be this way for me, upside down for you. Push one of the axles, part J, into the hole next to the large gear wheel in the chassis, and slide one of the gears, part K, onto it so that the gear interlocks with the large gear wheel. Take one of the axles, push one of the axles, part J, into the hole next to the large gear wheel. Okay, so that'll be in here. In here, in there. Let's go in that way. Looks better. Okay, and slide one of the gears K onto it so the gear interlocks with the larger wheel. So that goes on like that. There you go, as you can see. A bit more zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. So there we go. Push the other axle into the hole in the motor recess next to the first gear. Slide another gear onto it so this gear interlocks with the first gear and the worm gear of the motor. So this one goes into here, and you can see the worm gear there. So as you can see, the first gear is on here already, what we've just done. So we'll slide the other gear onto this one. And that all seems to be interlocking. Of course the motor's not turning. Let's get that out, like that. Slot the battery case into place on top of the chassis, making sure that the axles slot into the two holes on the underside of the case. Secure it with 2 screws, part G. So basically, as you can see, the holes on there need to slot into all the bits on here. Like so. As you can see, that's all now interlocked there. Bring these wires out because obviously we're going to have to attach those. So we need to screw this down with the 2 screws. Self-tapping. There we go. You don't want to over tighten, just enough to bite in and hold it securely. Like so. So that's now firmly into place. And there's an off-on switch already built into it. There. Put the red wire from the battery case and the red wire from the motor into one of the terminals and push in a terminal cap to trap and connect the wires. Put the black wire from the battery case and the black wire from the switch into the other terminal and push in a terminal cap to trap and connect the wires. So basically what we're doing, you can see the 2 holes there, these are the terminal caps. So what I would suggest is just giving them a twist to connect them together. This is just suggesting that we just shove them in there. We could have a go at that. I would say. Just get them together like so. Give them a twist just to make sure there's a connection there, and then go ahead and shove them in the terminal cap. Quite fiddly really. So let's take that like so. It's a bit crude. I mean really you don't even need, once they're twisted together you should be alright, but let's follow the instructions. More fiddlier than it looks, I'll give it that. It's very crude though, the way they don't even want to show in. Right, okay, so that's one in. Don't really like that, but let's try doing it their way on this one. So we'll get this one, just shove it in like that. Push it in there. Take this side. Like I say, I'm still not happy with that, but they must have tried and tested this method. So let's get this one. And these wires don't want to stay where you want them. Oh, yeah, let that fall on the floor. This ain't exactly rocket science, is it? I think the idea is there's a metal ring around the edge of those holes, so once you shove that in it just makes the connection anyway. So we can shove a battery in there quick to test it, if I can find one to hand. Oh, sorry James. Typically everything to hand is AAA's, I want a AA, so one moment. Nothing there. Nothing there. No, we've got voltage. Motor ain't locked up. Oh well, that one went flying. There it is, that's lucky. twist these together. I might just solder these a lay top. Oh, I see why. That one snapped. You see, this is why I wasn't happy with it in the first place. We've actually snapped that wire off. So we'll just give that a little bit of a strip. I'm trying to do this gently so I don't actually bust too much of the wire off. There we go. And we'll just give those a bit of a solder together and leave them in place. Fiddly as hell. The iron's warmed up. We'll just give those a bit of a solder. It looks a bit warm. Right, so hopefully now we should get some there we go. Try that other battery, see if we get any speed out of it. Okay, so we'll forget those bits. Just tuck that down into there like so. Don't really need to worry about them. Tuck that down there. Okay, so when you've done it your own way, make sure the switch is off. Slot 1.5 volt case negative. Put the transparent cover over the battery case, fit the cover in the two slots at the rear of the chassis. Okay, I see the two slots. Okay, so that goes over there like that. I'm guessing hold the metal wire antenna and in place and attach it with the transparent cover to the battery case with a washer screw. You can gently bend the wire to adjust the angle of the antenna. Come on, turn that off. So, how are we looking for that? Have a look at the box picture. I don't think it really matters which way round it goes, but that would obviously make more sense. So there's the washer screw. So screw that down. Hold that into place. clip 4 legs on in one end of the chassis, clip 4 legs in the other end of the chassis, clip into 2 claws onto the chassis. Congratulations, your tabletop robot is ready to go. So basically, how the legs going on? Okay, so the legs are basically just going in like this, clip. And just snap them into place. They're not going to be touching the floor anyway. So 4 legs as so. Same with the other side. Just snap them in. I say snap, just push, click, whatever. Push, fit, click into place. It is very cheap. It's not as nowhere near as good as I thought it was going to be when I saw it in the shop. But hey ho, it's only a kiddie's thing, isn't it? So hang on, this is left. I mean, that is what we're aiming for. Thank you, phone. So yeah, that's left. So that one fits in there like that. This one fits in here like this. That's us basically done. So let's clear the bench and see what goes. Turn the multimeter off. So that's our little tabletop robot. It's cheap as chips. Fun mechanics kit, as it's called on the box. Basically for £3 it was a bit of fun, which is the whole point of why we're here, to have fun, as well as making electronic projects. So let's see what happens. And then it gets stuck. Now it's supposed to just run around the table. So it will eventually edge its way about. Give it a little bit of help, and there it goes. So basically it's designed so it'll just keep turning one way and then it'll like that. So a bit of crap, but a bit of fun as well. And hopefully we'll get on with some more serious projects next time round. I think it's supposed to do it without falling off, but I can't see how that would not fall off a box. Let's try it on a box as suggested. Oh wait, actually I'll take it back. The wheels come off, the box that is. That is actually quite clever for something so simple. So I'm now a little bit more impressed. It's actually quite neat. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next exciting episode of Down the Shed with me, Jason.